Hi friends, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new here. My name is Cody the Writer and this weekend we are doing some major plotting towards project terms and conditions. And last weekend we were in New Orleans celebrating my bachelor trip. I was with all of my bestest of friends, all of my good Judies, if you will, my groom gals. And yeah, we had the best time. We did all the ookie spooky things and it was such a good time to do it because it gave me so much inspiration for the story that I'm currently drafting. Hi, if you're new, we're currently in the process of brainstorming project terms and conditions, which is going to eventually be my second book ever published. My first book that is set to be published is currently going through revisions with my critique partners. They are leaving all of their notes and feedback, and I will have all of that by the end of October. And so this whole month I've gotten to sort of play around in a new story, but also kind of take a little bit of a break and, do some traveling and see some of my friends that I haven't seen in a little while. Because let me tell you something, whenever I was in hardcore editing mode on draft 3, I was a hobbit. I didn't talk to people. But anyway, that's not why you're here. You're here because in this vlog, we are going to be doing some plotting, and I pretty much have all weekend to do said plotting. And so maybe by the end of this vlog, we'll have a completed rough outline. A lot of you in my last video requested the Notion tour, and so I figured that I would go ahead and do that now because I actually am scheduled to be on a live stream in about 25 minutes with Mick Wrights, Becca Tobar, and Ari's Pages. All three of them are wonderful AuthorTubers that I have met through the process of me also posting videos on AuthorTube. They're all lovely, and if you happen to be in that live stream, I'm so glad you were there. Let's move over to the computer so I can show you my Notion before I put all my fun spoilery things in there, okay? Okay. All right, so this is my home screen. I really wanted to set this home screen up in a way that really just portrayed the vibes of project terms and conditions. So, first things first is I have my to-do list here, which I actually have already done my character profiles and my setting profiles. I will show those to you here in a moment. So yeah, one of the first things that I did was I thought of all of the tropes and vibes that I love in stories similar to the one I'm trying to write, just because I feel like, the first thing that you should be thinking about when you're starting a new story, what kind of things do you as a reader enjoy in stories that are in the genre that you're writing in? And you don't have to use all of them. You don't have to use any of them if you really don't want to. I just went ahead and did it just so I could, think of all the things that I enjoy about these kind of stories so that I could maybe have them there as inspiration to include later in my story. Obviously, I have my little Pinterest board that I made that I showed you guys in my last vlog. Love it. It's so creepy, and a lot of you really liked the quote that I put in the middle, "You look pretty with blood all over your face." And I'm so glad that you like that because a character may end up saying that in this story. I haven't decided yet. Again, we're in the very early stages here. So we're going to start with the characters. These little lists that you see here were already included in the template that Becca made. And then there was a little empty slot here for a picture. Basically what I did for each of my characters was I went to some random character creation website. I typed in what I wanted the character to look like, and it made me a animated image to kind of represent the vibes and the character that I'm going for. Just something to reference, because I find that whenever I put a face to a name, that I can better describe them, and it also helps give me an idea of how they speak and how they react to things. Are they timid? Are they confident? Those kind of things. So we have our ghost. I know things about her, but I'm not going to tell you anything about her yet. We have Thomas, who's going to be our son. Here's the teddy bear again because hello, vibes. We have Andrew Walters there, Sandra, hey girl, how you doing? The elusive man, love him. And then Miss Johnson. This story is going to be dual POV, so these two here are going to be my two main characters in the story, Thomas and Andrew. And it's a father-son relationship, and so we're going to get some fun chapters from both of them. And I'm really excited to experiment going back and forth. And for example, all of Andrew's chapters, since they're in first person, will be spoken like someone in their mid-30s, and in all of Thomas's chapters, they will be spoken like someone who is a child. Moving on from my characters, we have the settings. Now, basically what I did for my settings was I kind of gave pictures and vibes of each place that I kind of came up with. And all of these places that I have listed here are not necessarily going to be used. I just wanted to make a comprehensive list of every room slash space that my two main characters have access to. So obviously that's going to be all the rooms in the house. I really wanted to make sure that I was utilizing as many spaces in the house as possible, just so that we're not tied to one or two settings in the house when we can, you know, switch it up, make things interesting, and use a different room that I haven't used before. But yeah, those are all of my settings. I did a beat sheet. What I sort of did with this was a very, very brief kind of idea of what I want to accomplish in each of those beats, and I'm not going to scroll down because I think there might be spoilers down there. My brainstorming tab, this one's fun. So this one, I set up a little section of scenes that I know that I want. These are scenes that initially came to me with the idea that I, you know, kind of put into my Google Doc as a word dump. So I have my random thoughts and ideas. I have questions that I need to answer. And then these are some of the incidents / items that appear in the house that I kind of, you know, came up with. I'm not necessarily going to be using all of these, but if I do, then cool. But if not, then they're there. And if I'm thinking something like, I need something to happen between this chapter and this chapter, I can reference this list and be like, oh, let's do something with one of these, you know, just kind of to help keep the inspiration going. But yeah, that is basically the entirety of my Notion. Obviously, I will continue to add to all of those tabs that I have already created. Let me know if showing this to you is helpful to, you know, maybe help you set up your Notion in the future. You just got to kind of take a little peek into how my brain works and how I'm organizing all of my thoughts for project terms and conditions. All right, friends, we have finished our live stream. It is currently 8:31 p.m. And yes, we finished our live stream a little bit ago, but then after, you know, we went unlive, we did sit and just like chat for a little bit because I did have like a very fun breakthrough foreshadowing moment while I was outlining during one of those sprints. And I just had to share because Mick and Becca, they both kind of know the plot. They both, you know, I've already spoiled the twists for them, so they already know, so I can share these fun things like this. And I told them both about it, and they were like, oh, that's fun. So I'm really excited about that. We currently now have the first 18 chapters outlined of this book, which is very exciting. My hair, what is she doing? Is she okay? I had these headphones on for a little while, so I got a little messed up. It's fine. So yeah, first 18 chapters are good, and then I've also made some fun connections between some scenes to kind of foreshadow some things later on in the book, and I've made some fun discoveries about a couple of these characters, and it's been so much fun. Like I'm having the best time plotting this. But now that I'm done with that, I am going to refill my water because she's empty. I'm going to grab my Kindle. I'm going to grab a cozy blanket, and I'm just going to spend the rest of the night just reading. And then I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Okay? Bye. Hi, hello everyone. We are back home. As you saw, Alyssa and the Books did a pop-up live stream, and so I did join that, and while I was on there, I was able to get a little bit done. I think I was able to get like 2 or 3 more chapters outlined. I currently have 19 chapters plotted out in my outline that I have in my Notion document. And yeah, we are sat. It is currently 5:54. I go live in 6 minutes. So yeah, we are gonna do another live stream, and then I will check in with you afterwards to see how we do during these sprints. Alrighty friends, we just finished up our live stream. We were on there for about 2 hours, and during that time we did 3 25-minute sprints. So we got 2 chapters outlined, and I was able to read 2 chapters of Alyssa's pages that she sent over. And yeah, I think I'm gonna step away from my desk and get cozy, either on the couch or on the bed. And I'm probably just gonna spend the rest of the night continuing to read through Alyssa's pages and leaving some critiques on there. I'm going to let you all go for the evening, and then I will see you tomorrow. All right, everyone, we are back home. We had a very good session over at that coffee shop that I took you guys to. That was my first time going there, and let me tell you what, the vibes were chef's kiss. I started off my writing session with a little bit of, YouTube, caught up on some of my friends' vlogs. I watched Becca's new vlog. I watched Kelly's new vlog. And they both just really got me in the headspace to start a good session of plotting. And yeah, we basically, I think we were out on chapter 21 when we started, and I finished my session on chapter 29. I did have to leave because I did promise Clark a caramel macchiato from Starbucks before he goes and starts his workday. He's working an event. I think he's working a wedding tonight. And so just a little caffeine boost before he goes off on his day. I am probably going to head inside and honestly keep going, because I could have kept going in the coffee shop, but again, I had to be home by a certain time because Clark's leaving in the next hour or so. So yeah, we're going to sit and do some more plotting, and then I may also do a little bit of editing of this vlog. Basically, my plan for this whole thing is once I get all the way to the end of the story with this outline, I do want to kind of go through the entire thing with a fine-tooth comb to make sure that, I'm mentioning things that happen later and I'm weaving in all these subplots, and just make sure that everything feels like a natural progression for the story. You guys will be the first to know what we do from here on out. I do want to go see a show tonight. That starts at, I believe, 7 o'clock. So yeah, we have plenty of time to ride the vibes of the story and see how far we can get until it's time to go and get ready for a show. I'll see you later. Hello friends, and welcome to this new angle. How are we doing? So I just finished up another writing session. I didn't get a whole lot done as far as like chapter counts, but I did get some good organization things done. As I was going, I basically plotted up through chapter 30. So the next chapter I have to plot is chapter 31. But while I was doing chapter 30, I got a spark of inspiration for the little final twist or little punch that I want to do at the end of the story in either the last chapter or the epilogue. I haven't decided which one I'm doing, but I had a spark of inspiration for how I could do it. And basically what came to me was the last line of the book. And your one hint for the last line of the book is that it is dialogue. And that's all I'm going to tell you. And also, me telling you that, knowing full well I haven't written a single word in this actual draft. So I could have just lied to your faces. But if everything goes the way that I want it to go with this story, then the last line of this book will be a line of dialogue. Stay tuned for that. But anyway, I'm going to be wrapping up my plotting for the day. We got a ton done. I think we plotted like 10 chapters today, which is a slay in my book. And I am going to let this marinate and sit, and I'm going to come back to it tomorrow. And I think we're going to do one final push tomorrow morning. I think I might go back to that same coffee shop. I'm going to go and get ready to go, and I am going to grab some Taco Bell, and then I'm going to go see a musical about women killing people. I will see all of you tomorrow. Bye. Hi, hello, and welcome to Sunday. It is currently 12 o'clock, so it is right at noon. We had a bit of a slow start today, but in my opinion, Sundays are made for slow starts. They are the best time to have a slow start. So that's what we're doing today. First things first, I want to get some lunch because I'm hungry. And while I'm at lunch, I'm going to use that time to try to plot and outline as far as I can get. I don't know how many chapters I'll be able to add, but we're just going to sit there and plot until we're done with lunch. And then I need to go and get some cat food because we have a new porch kitty on our porch and she is very skinty and we are running low on our cat food. And for whatever reason, something about me that you might not know is that for whatever reason, animals always love to show up on my front porch and beg for food. Probably because I have a problem with telling them no, because they know they're cute and they know that they can get away with it. And so yeah, basically we have now 4 porch kitties. And for a time there, we did have 2 porch possums. We had like a mom possum and like a little baby possum that were coming and eating the cat food. So, you know, animals just love the gays, and that's, you know, I gotta pay them back for their service, for being an ally. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the plan for today. Whenever I get back home, we'll probably wrap up this vlog, and that way I can use the rest of today to edit this vlog, because I have done 0 editing on this video just because I have just honestly been not wanting to listen to my voice for 2 hours. So yeah, come along with me for my cozy chill Sunday, and I will check back in with you whenever we're done with all the things I just said. Hi friends, we are officially back home, and plot twist, a surprise to not only you, but to me as well. I think we just finished our outline for project terms and conditions. Yeah, let that sink in for a minute. I plugged it into Google Docs just to see how many words it was and like how long it was or whatever. And yeah, the outline is in Google Docs, 9 pages long, and it is about 4,500 words. I can't believe how quickly this outline came together, and with this story, I feel like I have been in a constant state of daydreaming about it. Like no matter what I'm doing, where I'm at, my brain is always in the background thinking about this story, and it's thinking about these characters, and it's really digging into their pasts and thinking about how those things that happened in their past affect how they respond and react to other people in the present. It has really been so much fun, and I'm so excited about the story. I'm so excited to share more about it with you. I'm so looking forward to doing some live streams where I'm actually going to start drafting, because I do think that since, I mean, it's only October 20th, we still have like 10 days left in October by the time you're seeing this video, and so who knows, maybe next week I'll start drafting this story, ? If you want to be a part of any of the live streams that that I have coming up, or if you just want to stick around for the updates on this new story that I will be drafting in November, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. And if you would do me such a kind favor and leave a like on this video, just to let YouTube algorithm know that this video is for writers and that other writers may enjoy my content, I would really, really appreciate it. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up this vlog. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this weekend while I finished brainstorming project terms and conditions. I'm gonna let this outline kind of sit and marinate for a couple days, and then I'm gonna give it a read through and kind of like plug in and tweak things here and there that I might find. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of see what happens. If I can get this outline to where I want it to be by, you know, say in the next few days, then who knows, maybe I'll just start drafting early, because at this point, the November challenge, there are no rules. So who's to say that I can't go ahead and get a little bit of a head start in October, and that would only increase the chances of me finishing this draft in November. Why not? I hope to see you guys in my next video. Until then, happy writing. Bye!